Okay, now we're ready for part 2 of this tutorial, and this is the part where we learn how to upload the MP3 that we've just created to the website and also get it registered as a podcast. And this is all for a Windows-based machine. So we're going to open up Firefox, and in Firefox we're going to actually browse to an address, and here are two addresses that we really need to kind of keep at the forefront of our minds for doing this project. And we're going to want to probably just make these bookmarks in our Firefox web browser. You might just want to pause the video right now and copy these down and get these as bookmarks in your web browser. The first one is our control panel login for the Anona website, and the second one is actually how you tell iTunes that you've updated your podcast. So I'm going to assume you've got those, and I'm going to copy and paste them into my browser up here. Whoopsie. Oh. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. So this is the back web for the Anona website. You're going to be most concerned with the syndication page and the pages page. And let's start on the pages page. So these are all the pages on the website. We're going to go to this double arrow right here, which will expand this. We're going to click on Sermons. Under Sermons, we have the October 31st sermon for Psalm 23. And we want to copy and paste, copy this piece right here. Okay? We're going to copy that. Okay, I guess I'll do Control-C. There we go. We're going to copy that, but also while we're sitting here, we're going to upload the MP3. So you see how down for the 24th it says Download Sermon MP3? Well, we're going to type that in ourselves. Download Sermon MP3. Oopsie, MP3. We're going to put a hyperlink here. So let's just select that. There we go. And our hyperlink, we're going to go to My Files. And we're going to go to Sermon MP3, and we're going to go to Upload File. We're actually going to upload our Psalm 23 file, which is located on our desktop. Now this is the big reason that we use Firefox, although for whatever reason it isn't working quite right now. If you use Firefox, it will show you normally the status of your upload. How much time's elapsed, how much time's remaining, all that kind of stuff. For some reason with this one it isn't doing it. It could have something to do with the virtualization or anything like that, but we'll give it a second and see if it uploads. Okay guys, it eventually uploaded. Even though it didn't show any progress, here's the file. So if you're uploading with Firefox in Windows and it doesn't show any progress, just trust that it will upload. So we're going to select the MP3 file. As you see, we have two here, the MP3 and the M3U. The one we want to upload is the MP3. So we're going to click Insert Selected and OK. And now we should have a hyperlink here. So what this does is this gives someone who doesn't want to subscribe to our podcast the ability to still download our sermons off of our website. By clicking this link, they can download it or listen to it. Now you remember before we did this, we copied this text here by hitting Control-C. And now we're going to head over into our syndication stuff. To get to this little window here, you just float over pages, and it'll come up, and we're going to go over to syndication, and we're A-OK with saving this. And now we see a channel list, Anona United Methodist Church, the only one, that's okay. And listen to sermons from our 9:30 service at Anona UMC. So this is our podcast, and here are our most recent episodes, our last 9. Okay, you see the week before was John 3:16. We're going to add a new one. And what do you think we're going to call it? Psalm 23. Okay, now our enclosure address is where we put the MP3 file, so that iTunes knows where to find it. So we just select our MP3, we click that checkbox, and we go Insert Selected. Now it's in there for iTunes to find. Our publish date, We're actually going to leave blank because we want to publish this immediately. And then we're going to paste by hitting Control V. We're going to paste this text in here. Now, one thing we want to do is check the source. And you see how there's all this weird stuff in here? We just want to get rid of all this extra coding. Otherwise, it'll show up on our podcast. So let's get that out of here. There you go. And we'll save that. And now we've done everything we need to do on the website. The biggest thing we need to do now is ping iTunes. So that really long address that we have down here, we need to copy it into our web browser, or if we bookmarked it, even better, and hit enter. And now it says podcast ping received, and it gives our podcast ID and our feed. And that's the feed at nona.com that we're using to let iTunes know that we've updated. So now if we open up iTunes, which should be down here, we go to podcasts. We don't actually have the Anona podcast yet, so we want to find it. So if we go to the iTunes store, we can search the store, and we'll search Anona Methodist and hit enter. There we go. Here is our podcast. Okay? We're going to click subscribe because if we're going to continue doing this, we're going to want to have this podcast feed on our Mac. And now it's downloading an episode so that we have at least one episode on our computer. So now under podcasts, you'll see we have Nona United Methodist Church, and it shows some other ones that are on here. And look what's there, Psalm 23. So we actually managed to get it uploaded and working correctly. And if you click Get, iTunes goes out to our website and downloads that file that we just uploaded. Isn't technology great? So we're good to go. We have successfully created an MP3 that contains just the sermon, uploaded it to our website, linked to it on our website, and put it in our podcast database for iTunes. So with that, we're done for this lesson.